Well, welcome to episode 29 of FPL Top Dogs. Ballyhaunis, I'm the guru here to take you through the latest goings on Game Week 33. It was a big game week for all you chip guys. Yeah, so we'll just get through and see where we are with the review. So let's go and share this now. So, yeah, it's all changed at the top of the Christy NiC Pub Fancy League here in Ballyhaunis, where we have our own FPL top dogs thing going on. It's a review of our mini, and you all know who you are. Please work. Um, yeah, right. So hopefully this is all sharing. So not really massively. The Haaland thing. Of course, I did the triple captain in Haaland, and he got the goal aside on both the games, wasn't it? Arsenal and Burnley, Burnley away, shocking stuff. 1-0 up with 5 minutes. You've seen the whole thing anyways. I've actually scored more in my triple captain. I don't know when it was game week, whenever. 42 and 39 here. So it didn't work. Um, what is it? I don't know what half of broke three. I don't know. It's like three games, isn't it? So it's 13 points. It's a bit meh, and it didn't work out. And that wasn't enough to get anywhere near to keep my rank position in the top mill. So bit of a big hit there, down about 100,000 places. I'll have to take that anyway with the -4 and carry on. Yeah, Beckett, the Parmer thing and the João Pedro, absolute joke. Most people had them. Thiago didn't bang. If you had the template of all the Brighton and Bournemouth, you were laughing. Okay, so what's his name? Jason Hill with the own goal right at the end, devastating. A few had Ampadu from Leeds. Yeah, and the Brighton stuff, the two clean sheets, was it two clean? Well, it felt like it. So yeah, I think they had as a just have a Brighton, yeah, 3-0, two clean sheets. So that was devastating. So some of you guys are sitting on about 130 after a bench boost. The bench boost clearly won this game week. So yeah, free hit a bit meh because you're not going to have the bench help, but some of them got people in for João Pedro mystery injury. So this is what I'm going to go for game week 34. The season's kind of over. You can tell us really that it's just pissing in the wind here now with the rank. It's you know should be used to it now after nearly this is the fourth season now. Nowhere 2.1, 1.2, and 800k, and this is somewhere in around. So I found my level, and it's because I just can't do be patient and copy maybe Andy from Let's Talk or Harry or whoever you like at the beginning. Get a sense, get a run, let them do all the thinking, and just let it go. And you don't have just get on with your life and just all you got to do is 2 minutes. And now there's all the AI stuff. People are paying for this and that. Now people like the Raptor Ross, FPL Raptor, he's starting to get tiered pays. I mentioned this now, and you'll get access to his streams, and you'll be able to get Q&A, and he'll look at your teams, and he'll sort of, it's just done, man. There's this thing called Solio, and I don't know what it's about, but I'm sure it's something that analyzes your team and gets you to think, oh, that this will be a very good player for your rank to kill. And that's the way people are going. And I'm done, man. That's robot stuff, man. Really is. I watch more to do. I prefer people like the D Unit Darius and Andrew as well, who's the nightmare FPL. I like him, the Newcastle guy, because they play their own way and they want to win it their own way. They want to get their rank their own way. But the way it's going, you're just going to have to. I just can't be that disengaged, as a disengaged casual, and just tune your head off, make no decisions, allow Andy to take it. Oh, he'll get me the rank, the whole lot. There's a massive chunk that do follow Andy, and they've got the benefit of his advice, and they're freewheeling to a top 100k or top 200 or 300k, and it's impossible to do anything with them because I think probably the points gap is fairly narrowed up where Andy is, because after all he has 500,000 influencers, so subs. So yeah, it's from next season. I'm just going to have a giant FU to all FPL, and I'm not doing any template stuff. I'm going to back Lula's stuff. I'll go against it. I just can't do it because I might as well be completely rubbish at FPL than be stuck in 1 million, 2 million. It's a joke, man. Because I'm sure other people have second, third, fourth, and teams, and they say, "Oh, this is my wife's team. Oh, this is my son's team," and you know, how do we know that? And are they registered as the son's team or whatever's going? Some of them like have a card. This is the card team. I flick a card. I make this. It's absolutely. You have multiple teams, guys, and you've got to fight against all that. Engaged managers with multiple accounts. So you're already up against it. And the way it's going now, it's going to be big money because there's absolutely nothing in FPL, but we seem to be all mentally addicted to the whole thing, like crack, heroin, cocaine addicts, and it's impossible to get it off. Um, so that's the rant done. So I'm going to leave it at that. I've got in Solanke and Pedro. I'm going to just go off the wall. A lot of people will have a one or two Spurs assets because they have to win that game in their free hit. The next big chip in Game Week 34 is a free hit where Chelsea, Bournemouth, Brighton, Man City, Burnley, and whoever else they blank. And yeah, so that should be okay. Shouldn't be too much in 36. A few people will play the rest of their chips, or whether that 35 game week wild card is still a possibility. So I don't expect anywhere near to be in the top million, really. And by game week 37 and 38, it's not enough time to get back up there anyway. So I think it's kind of done as a serious player really now, and that's it. Um, I'll still plug away, but from now on, it's going to be FUFPL for me. Guru FPL. Guru FUFPL. That's it. That's it, Mick. I'm not taking it serious anymore. You can have it, and if I'm doing well and I get a lucky few 19 games, then I might put my head back into it. But I'm just going to go all out next season. I'm going to obviously get the pick all your 15 players in game week 1, bench boost for that week, and then attack, and use up all your chips because there's no point because there's no doubles unless there's a storm or something, a cancellation before Christmas. Who knows? Like it's had before, we've seen it before, but they tend to those games tend to be delayed further past in the spring sometimes. So that's what I'm just gonna do, and yeah, it's the game is kind of going in a direction completely in the opposite way to where I'm going because I don't like to play this stat stuff, and I know about XG, expected goals, expected assists, this and that, minutes played. Now with the DEFCON is an absolute dream for all the analysts. And the game now is going into such technicality now, it's just nearly impossible. You need to have a degree in statistics and mathematics to watch like Black Box or As and them dudes doing the breakdown and all the numbers and I'm no numbers phobe. Don't get me wrong. I like stats. Maths was always my favorite subject, but I think the game has gone to a completely different stratosphere in regard to AI now and suggestions, and it's just the fun is just completely going out of the whole thing. So from now on, I'll be going to play like FUFPL from the Guru from now on. So let's have a bit of fun. I've got a -8 for next game week 34. I've got the two lads in. I've got rid of Palmer and João Pedro and some other. I can't think of some other. I think it's Hill. So I've took a -8, and it should be. We'll leave it at that anyway, and see how they get on. Might as well go all out and pray for a miracle. I suppose pray for a miracle, but it's not. It's not coming. It's not coming. So well, there's no point going too further about anything else in this now. It's really a rant episode. I don't want to spend too long because Calvo Louise are playing in the Camden Underworld later. Doors open at 7. It's nearly 4 now, so I haven't much time to get ready and to get out. And there's a tube strike, so this is going to be shorter than usual, guys. So Neill Lacers Carney, delighted, delighted. The Neill has got pedigree from last season and the year before as well. I think didn't he finish second to Joey Neenan last year, one of the Carneys, and then before Jack Carney won it the year before. The Carneys are really doing brilliant here. They're showing up the Phillipses now, the two big families. Half the league is made up of the Carneys and the Phillipses. And look, I'm just going to analyze here the top 5. Okay, you could go down a little bit. It's maybe down to Connor Freely in 6th. I'm not going to go to Owen Cunyon in 7th. Like, it's a lot of points. It's 46. It's so really, it's great to see Neill up here now this season. The bench boost was magical. What did he got in Palmer and Hill, which was unlucky. That didn't work out. But it's amazing. He got 136 even with those, less than appealing transfers. Palmer's he's just gone and done. I'm seriously, what a waste, man. Him and Foden, Saka, absolutely. What are they going to be next season? A lot of them do get injured as well, and you never know with Foden. He picks up these mysterious viruses all the time. So like for Bruggen, look at the Van Hecke thing. He got the assist against Tottenham. Yeah, the Grove thing. Look at that, 16 points over 2 games. Completely destroyed it. The whole Brighton thing. They're not on the beach. They're going for the Champions League. And it's all about Bournemouth, isn't it? With Iriola, whatever his name is. Apparently, he's the one that's going to go to Real Madrid and Man United and Chelsea and every other team and the other team, Celta Vigo or whatever. I don't know where the other team in Spain is where he's from. But whoever it is, anyway, I think it's the what's his name, Hustler. You know who I'm on about, the Brighton manager. So nobody's going on about him. So it just goes to show I was at the Spurs game, the 2-2, and I have to admit now what Brighton are doing is franking Spurs form. Maybe they are getting back to something with De Zerbi. But anyway, look at this for Neill. I'm delighted. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin, solid 8 points. The bench boost was terrific. Darlow, see, all these were sort of that standard sort of wild card pick he picked in 32 and to bench boost this. This is like the perfect team. This is like a template. The template destroyed everything. The only thing is he could have went for a punt with Xerxes here instead of Semenyo. But fair enough. Semenyo's fine going forward. Okay, it's all about Shirky, the momentum and form. But Thiago's in there, Haaland, okay, captaincy. Tavernier was all mooted. He got the goal. And Darlow's got his clean sheet or whatever it was. Strike is that. Yeah, it's just Defcon Merchant. Another one's Nessie got an assist, Defcon Merchant. Yeah, there you go. It wasn't rocket science, but Neill went with the template and it destroyed everything. And this could actually win him. And it deserved. Listen, I don't give a flying 2 figs and a fuck, right? I'm in a bit of an angry mood as well with the whole FPL on Haaland missing sitters and the whole lot destroyed. I cannot believe City last night. I'm still, in a rage over that. You know, this. Um. So what's the story here? We got he's not in a bad position now. So he's got the free hit left now for game week 34. Going forward, you see, City won't be playing, Bournemouth won't be playing. So he's basically dead ended his team. He got the wild card in at 32, dead ended to 33 bench boost, and now he's free hitting. Like it's like a short term dead end, isn't it? Because you get this team back in 35 when you want it. And then he'll get rid of all his Bournemouth to get in Crystal Palace assets then later on in the season when City and Palace double. So yeah, you have to kind of say Bula Bus and fair play. Well done. Is well played this one here now. Perfecto. But it was like it's not rocket science. This team was not rocket science. Seriously, you could have done this 2 minutes on Twitter, easy peasy, as long as you had the team value. But you still have to make the right decisions. You still have to make, it's your pressing the button, and you have to also uncloud your head of trying to be less templatey and more kind of, oh, let's go for the enjoyment of it. Oh, let's pick three Man United players like Darius, the D. He had Cunha, Mbumo, and Bruno. He took a punt on the three of them out with Leeds, who bet them 2-1 or us 2-1 at Old Trafford. So there you go. That was a call, and you're playing the game because you want to watch the game, you want to see your team win, and you want to have three. And so it's like a double thing you're going for. But you players, these managers, they're the top 100K guys. They don't do that. They don't leave themselves wide open for an annus horribilis game week. They play it safe and they pick the tried and trusted, and it's only Bruno Fernandes, tried and trusted. Casemiro is only something you'd have on the bench for a bench boost, although he just pop up the header. So so that's fine. So so he's 23 ahead of Davy McNamara, who's played his free hit. Okay, 95. The Cucurella thing. So 95 it's a very good score. It's fine. 100's fine. All that. It's just you got some of these cricket scores. 122 from Huey, 123 from Connor. A few people came out with these cricket scores, and they all had bench boost. In the offing. So yeah. So 248 down to Joey Neenan in fourth. 48 plus 15. 563. So 63 ahead of Joey. That's fine. That's good. Bench boost to come. So Joey will be looking to do his bench boost. Oh, I would say in 36, wherever that City Palace. So I think Joey's kind of neutered in a way to get anything massive back, especially on Lacer, because he'll have that free hit anyway. It just depends how Joey's set up for the next game, because I think he used a wild card. He wasn't able to do it. He did it earlier. So how's he fixed up for next week? He's done his free hit. I'd have to go back to his team anyway, because he's done the reverse, didn't he? So he might actually be okay for the next game week. I think so. I'd have to go back into his team, but yeah, free hit 109 is fine. Again, very quite templatey as well. For Bruggen, Van Hecke, Grob, Stroik, it's basically the same thing. So it's kind of not cancel each other out, because Neil played the bench boost. That was the winning card, the bench boost. And every year it's the same. It was either the free hit the year before or whatever. I tried to get a bit of momentum beforehand, but that free hit, the other year, that was the year. This year's the bench boost is destroyed. Everyone, that was and it's only once or twice a year you get that. Like I think it was this year with the Haaland and Foden league, that was a big thing. And this year with if you had that bench boost, but most people did set themselves up very well, and that was a template. So Joey's just doing nothing stupid, 188k, and that's the thing with Joey. He's a standard bearer, but if he wants to mix this up and do something out of the box, it's just not in his nature. So you need to keep doing a good country trade, Neill Lacers Carney. He's played this very, very well, and he's not like templating everything in. He's got his own personality, and he does his own thing. And I know he's a different player. No, not so much a maverick like maybe myself, and well, there's only one maverick, and that's Jamesy Lyons, of course. But I'd like to be more of a maverick and have these picks, and everyone say, "How did you get that? What are you going on there?" And I'm sure you don't know yourself, but you're not going to let that on. No? You're not going to let it drop or slide. You're not going to let it slip. So David McNamara is a little bit to do 23, just like that. A game week like that, 95 points, phenomenal. But there you go. He's still got a bit left. He's got a wild card. So I would say Dave will do the wild card in 35 and triple captain in 36 and set himself up for when he does his wild card in 35, he'll have to look at 38 and 37. And we'll have to see if Dave will sit down and work out really what's the best guys to have on for the next month. And that takes a bit of thinking time, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But it's not many times you get in a position like Dave is in, the quiet fella, to get in a chance to win the Christie and at least have your name there. And I'm really, really happy to have these two lads in here up in the front of Joey, because Joey, as I said in the last pod, it's going to be nearly impossible for him to take care of a Neill Lacers Carney who's doing all the right things, got all the right picks in. But then he's also got to get past David McNamara, who does a mavericky sort of thing. He's got his Cherky in there. So, like he's quite different to the way he plays. There's a bit of originality to what Dave does. I love it. I love it. No, all right. Internet's playing up a bit. So where does that leave Stevie Strat? Well, Stevie Strat in third, and he's 6 points down. What is he? 29 down altogether. Yeah, 29 down. Yeah, 29 down on himself. Neill Lacers. Bench boost. He's got a bit to play, I suppose. It's a funny, like the triple captain and free hit. Fair enough free hit for next to triple. Yeah, I suppose 36 you could do that in. So yeah, this team has got a lot that won't be playing in 34, so he can free hit out of that. I don't think he can get out because Chelsea will be blanking as well. So you free it in 34, have a crack, see if you can pick up a few differentials and try and keep ahead of Joey, and get that top three guaranteed. It's always good to finish the top three of that given year in the Christy NiC Pub Fantasy League. So, and Joey's in the Kirk Clapp Memorial Cup place, and he's a bit behind, but seriously, got three proper really good thoroughbred dogs in front of him there, and hopefully we'll have a new winner. Be that Lacers, the Stratford, or the quiet fella in second, and Stratford in third. Joey's won it 3 times, so I don't think he even knows when he wins the Christie. Unfortunately, that's the crack. Bigger fish to fry. But so really, if you want to look at objectively with Joey, it's a chronically terrible year for him. This is like 188k is absolutely chronic. He's a top. I think he finished 72nd in the world. Andy from Let's Talk is crowing on that he's on the highest ever rank of 158 in the world out of 13 million players. Well, Joey's best rank is double that, minus double that, 76, 72, whatever it was. And he's always in the top 50k, more or less, so it's one of those for Joey. So it just depends, he might go for the Christie now. The fact that He's well out of all the other leagues. Hughie Carney bench boost, fair enough, 122, brilliant stuff. Another Carney flying the flag. I think his brother up there again, so another top two Carneys in the top five. So he done the bench boost. It looks like he must have done the wild card. He set himself up perfectly again. Rayan, very interesting. That rewards some of the owners from before. And yeah, all the Brighton was amazing. Hinsell's playing number 10, very clever. Great bench. Look at that for a bench. Oh my God, that bench boost is so bloody sexy, man. 23, 31, 36. Oh my God, sure. It's absolutely, the only consolation for the likes of me and the other people who spent all their chips. I had triple captain. I was all on Haaland. I was goosed. Is that not everybody, the whole chip strategy was kind of a bit mixed up, and people were kind of humming a hand because they've got so many chips that, will I do it in 35? Will I set up this and that? Da, 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 da. So kind of lucky in a way that it wasn't like a mass win. Like next week will be a mass template for the free hit. And I don't, well, I think I'm happy enough where I am at the minute. Um, I don't like I've got, who could seriously hurt me? I don't know. But I don't expect a green arrow next week, but I think next week will be the free hit where everybody, could be one of them, defining week where you could be, about 20 points on generally those who can't get there. Some people have to take hits like myself, -8. So I think the free hitters, they're going to win generally, and it's just us kind of be on Gray's great arrow. So let's see where we are now. Hughie. So Hughie's there in fifth. So Connor Freely, 1, 2, 3. Haaland. Again, these guys have all the chips to play. And again, that's the template there. So Zhao is a frustration. Bench boosters play, but still, 1, 2, 3. So Connor's taking this very serious. Top 308k in the world. Loads to come yet, chip wise, with a free hit for next week, I would say, with that team. Oh, a lot of them are blanking. And the triple captain left. So yeah, 1962 is 23 down on Joey. Yeah, he won't be going any ways backwards anyway. He's definitely shooting up to the top 5, 4 maybe, with a bit of luck. Yeah, Owen with the 69 is tough, and Fergie Walsh 99, and it's starting to break up a lot now. There's a big difference now. Look, it's yeah, 2048 for Neill, and we have Fergie Great Guns Walsh about 98 odd points down, and he's in eighth. So there's just a massive, starting to really get a bit of centrifugal movement now after game week 33, guys. So good 99 from himself, plus 37 on all his transfers. So I think Fergie had a load of transfers in the bank. So the 3 worked out. Okafor, yeah, he had scored before and assisted. So that double, that worked anyway. Chasing the points worked there. Okay, he was worked. No timber, that's a big gain. And then the Haaland thing, well, fair enough. So that's just a massive, unbelievable 3 moves. So yeah, they're very good. Rory Harford's going to find it difficult now at this stage to get up, top 3 or 4. A lot of the time he's up there, so he's in ninth. So yeah, I can really, yeah, Lee Chambers there in 12th, Corkawan in 11th. He used the bench boost, but just got a 61. Oh, that was hard to do, wasn't it? Wow. A bench boost. So Raya 1, Wilson 3, Van Hecke 12, Gravenberch is still persevering with this Gravenberch. A lot of people, I think, will get on the Salah stuff next week in Gakpo and they'll all go against the Palace now at Anfield, and they'll all, I don't think a lot will captain Salah, but I think he'll be in those free hit teams just for sentimentality. He's leaving at the end of the season, isn't he? So very, very tough one. That's a complete, downer there for the Rugio. And Lee Chambers with a 61. That's a massive ouch. Just one chip left. Ow. 107 for Jack Malone. He's got kind of a bit of a 5-star quality. Jackie, he can come up. It's just a bit of consistency with Jackie to throughout. And also what comes down with Jackie is a bit of luck. The dancer needs a little bit of luck. He's getting no luck at all from one season to the next. Was a shout out for FPL Duo. If you like draft, subscribe to FPL Duo Draft with the dancer Jack Malone and Stevie Streford Nolan. Free hit done, so a good free hit, and I presume he'll go back to a good team in 34 with his Arsenal assets or whatever he's got there for that one. Liam the Chancellor on the 95, very good free hit there. Quickly, again, all the main protagonists you can see straight away, apart from Cucurella, let the Chelsea down. Cherksey was a good call. It's a good 95. Good free hit, well done. And he's got loads of chips left, but he's got maybe a bit too much to do. He's about 140 down on the first place to Neill. And I tell you, it's going to be very difficult to keep in this top 20. I'll come to that in a minute now, because I'm going to do a new league format. I'm going to get rid of the King of the Travellers. It's just a waste of time, and I can't be arsed even looking at it. I can't. It's just, I think it's done. This head-to-head stuff, it's just random. John C. Halpin, 94 from a -8. Plus 11 on his transfers. He got in Zhao, Okafor, and Gay. So Okafor was the man. So good call from John. Very, very good. The Oracle Phillips, loads of chips left. He's still got a 90. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, a lot of these were already in his team, so he didn't even use the wild card to set this up. So he's in a very good position. It's just that if he's used his free hit, so for 34 he's kind of goosed because a lot of them are blank, and I think it's Riley 1, 2, 3 Leeds is the other blanker. Semenya 4, Welbeck 5, Haaland 6. Yeah, 6, and Rogers, Timber, and Klein. Klein doesn't play. Timber might be injured, so this team is kind of goosed for next game week. It should probably have to. There's nothing left for it. Have no choice but to wildcard 34, and that wildcarding without, all the players you want back for 35 is crazy. Now it's going to be a complete bummer. It's 3 free transfers, so you just want to have 4 on the bench. So I'd keep Haaland, Semenyo, and O'Reilly on the bench, and he'd have to be getting rid of probably, he's got 3 transfers, so he'd have to work it out himself. But generally, Welbeck would have to go. Keep Wilson is a good call. So yeah, maybe Welbeck, Gudmundsson will have to go, and Van Hecke will have to go, and figure out that to guess about. He can still get a team out there, can't he? So if he's got 6 not playing, he's got 5 playing, he's got 1 of the benches playing, 6. So it's kind of touch and go. So there's a lot there. He might have to take a -4, but that's it. This is the time of year where the guys up and the GAA, Mayo were over here at London in the football. Roscommon went to New York. It's just all crazy all over the shop. There's loads of league stuff happening around the county and bits and pieces and all that. It's just like life happens. It's a very tricky time anyway to be looking at your team. Kieran Kiley in 17th. So at the minute, under the new format, well, not the format, the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League will always be an all comers league. So if you join the link in the Christy Nicholson, everyone has a chance to win the Christy Nick, right? But I'm doing the league format, and basically I'm going to have like 4 leagues of 20 in it. So the top 20 here going down to Adam Hickey here. There, Adam will be getting relegated 19th, myself in 18th, 17th, and 16th at game week 38 if we don't get up to where John C. Halpin is, and at least get that 15th or whatever guarantees safety. So, and so next year I'll be starting in the second tier, which will be the Underdogs League, the championship. So if you still want to be an FPL top dog, you need to stay in the top 15. Okay, so it's only something that needs updating like 4 times a year. I can easily do it, and then once I get the Excel thing up, it'll be easy enough to track. And that's if they all click in on the Christy Nicholson Pub Fancy League. Then, even if I have to add a fifth division, it's easy done. I can have the FPL top. I can have the FPL Runts division or something. I have the National League dog tags, so maybe the next league after that will be the Runts. So that'd be a laugh. So it'd be just somewhere where somebody can say straight away, "Oh, I'm a top dog," and they know straight away. Or they can go and say, "Oh, I'm an underdog." "Oh, where are you?" "Oh, I'm a puppy. I'm in the puppies league," and that's the third. So it's just something I'm going to add onto the whole thing. There's one called the Strays, which is the one below the underdogs, and then the puppies is the League Four. So it's like, well, Division Two of the English Football League, if you know what I mean. 4 divisions. The national, it's a national dog tag league. That's going to be the fifth. The national conference or whatever. Could put down the conference. So we can do it that way, and then people can say straight away, "Oh, I'm in the conference." Well, what did you just start? Well, if you just started, that's kind of it. I know it's a bit late in the day. People could have been messing around with the rank and doing a bit more, but I just want to do something for my own interest as well, because 20, 30, you're kind of nothing to play for, and there's no hat as well. The top 10 is pretty secure, I think, really. Whoever's in the top 10 is going to be more or less there. Kieran Kine might just scrape that in, and Rory Halford. Yeah, they're top players, guys. Seriously. So it's just, I'm only looking at the overall rank, really, to try and get that top million, or when they beat last year, top 800k. I doubt it. Kyle Carney just in behind me with a 94 bench boost, so what was the big thing? We got this the Basel, so Gomez was unlucky. He went off injured. Hill got the own goal, which is a disaster. Conce is just not. Apparently, Conce has been killed by DEFCON. Apparently, that's what they're all saying on social medias. No one picks him anymore. Vaneke was a good win. So a few bits and pieces. Okay, he can free hit. Can he just quickly? He might get away with. Well, but he's still got a few there, hasn't he? Like, so then he's got 3 City, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just quickly, he's got about 6, 7 players that are not playing for, so I think if free hits necessary, and 34 for the Crumpet. Adam Hickey in 20th. So we'll all be going down with Adam to this now. Eamon Phillips, the enforcer, it'll be the 20th, well, 21st player in the Underdogs Championship. So that's the way I'm going to work it anyway. And we'll have a bit of crack and add more details, and I get something up nice to kind of portray all this later on. So by game week 38, we'll know who's in the new league format of the Christy Nicholson Pub Fancy League. Like a championship is the open championship, is everyone gets a shot, and then the league format. It's just like, oh well, somebody can quickly say to you, "Oh well, yeah, I'm an underdog," or "I'm a runt," or "I'm a puppy." I'm sorry, but like if you're in a puppy league, you're there. People have a bad season, okay, so there's a lot down at the bottom here. Now, after 80, so we don't have even, there won't be many in the dog tag league, okay, because unless we get more people for next year, all right. Um, but these will be in the dog tag league anyway, even if there's five. Um, we'll have to see. We'll have to see anyway. So Christy NiC, or sorry, Christy Kilcourse, an 80th is fighting it out just to stay in that dog tag league. Is it dog tag? So top dogs, underdogs, strays. That's down to 60. Down to 80 is the puppies, and then 80 is the dog tag league. So yeah, there's a lot of players down here that yeah, Owen Rowe shouldn't be down here. Definitely Owen's gone off a little bit of his game. He was a very good player for a couple of years. Then he did that wild card, without activating it, that killed him, and he had Haaland on the bench once, and oh my god, and then he got the hat trick. So there's quite a few that Andy Cagnon shouldn't be down here. But it is what it is. Jack Hardy shouldn't be down here, man. I'm sorry, Jack. You're gonna have to use some chips. He's got 5 free transfers. He's done a 74, which is nearly as good as me. I think he's done nothing, and I've just topped him by 5 points after all the stress. You know, so there you go, 5.5 million. And it looks like he'll be a puppy next an FPL puppy. Okay, so a few people, I wonder will they still click in. Connor Hussey will be a puppy. John Kelly, Sean Gilday will be a puppy. Adrian Starman Phillips is shouting now he might become an FPL stray dog. If he just can, well, he won't be, because if he's in 60th, he'll be relegated into the dog tag, the puppy league. It's the puppy league, yeah. That'll be a laugh, man. I'll segregate the hell out. Look at Keith Robinson flying up the charts anyway, but 50 is a bit of a, oh God, Semenyo, he went alternative. So that season over, but like it's been a great run. I think Keith has kind of jumped up about 3 million places, so fair play to him. I love it anyway. Yeah, triple captain in Haaland. I know it's meh, but possibly should have done it because he gives everybody around him a great shot up in the arm. Cyril Collins shouldn't be down here. Donny O'Brien shouldn't be down here. So Donny, if you're listening, get up there again. I'll give him a message. I'll send him a WhatsApp to get up here and tell him the new league format they're going to have. Not in the Christie as I explained, but it's going to be a league. The Christian Nicholson Pub Fantasy League will be like the championship of a GA championship where everyone has a chance. Well, they don't actually. It's all gone. No, I'm not going to go on a rant down there, but if you look at the hurling as well, it's all segregated up and chopped up, and Galway have to go into Leinster to have any sort of competition. That's all. It's the football now depends if you have a good league run in the league. So it's encouraging teams. You need to be playing well for like 6 months of the year when they're all amateurs and they're getting his expenses and a couple of pats in the back and maybe a car off a forecourt to drive while they're still in the squad with advertising on it. That's baloney stuff, mate. And you want professionality, our young guys since January with this FBD thing, and then all of a sudden the league is all done by April, and then we're getting Mayo, I know London and New York, Roscommon competitive championship stuff in April. I've never seen that. I can't believe it, man. It's just it's just completely unfair. I think they should be getting at least, if you're on an intercounty panel, no matter what it was, the county board, okay, say if you're, I don't know how you can determine the pro rata stuff of an intercounty player. Like, what's the difference between one that plays a footballer from Carlow and a footballer from Mayo? So you need to kind of divide up the sort of money well. Obviously the amount of times they have to travel up and down, and they're selected, and what level they're playing, I suppose, that would be determining. But they need at least 5 grand minimum for every single, and the only people per season or a minimum. Just there you go. That's a grant. You get everything else though. They have to be getting something, man. It's just Sky are taking the money out of it. They're pumping the money in. Where's that going? The GA getters, everyone gets a cut. And it's always the players that are last. So I'm miffed off about that stuff anyway. So don't ask me how I got rambling onto that point. I just so that's Donny shouldn't be there. So there's quite a lot of them that shouldn't be there really at the minute. But what can you do? I'm going to take the snapshot, game week 38, and where you are, get it from 1 to 15th, you're safe as a top dog. 5 go down then to the underdogs, and the 21 to 24 or whatever it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 21 to 25. They go up to the and we'll keep it that way. And so like you have a hat and a whole lot, but you can you're a top dog, bro. You're in the top league. Okay. You can just say, I'm a top dog, I'm in the league. There you go. Because every year when we have the Christy Nixon championship, when we have the championship, it's just all like nobody really knows, like, it's I do the Christie, but nobody really knows what status or where you are in the whole scheme of things. It's very, look, it's possible you could be down there in the puppies league, like, Christy Kilcourse or whoever else was down there. Andy Cunyon or whatever, and they could go on and win the thing. So you can still win the Christy NiC, even if you're in the Puppies League. That would be like Tottenham in the old days, being a non-league team, coming back to win the title, or the FA Cup, was it? The FA Cup back in 1907 or 1 or whatever it was. It's all ones with Tottenham, isn't it? So that's where I'm coming from, guys. Let's have a bit of fun. And I can do this. This isn't any extra work. So I think I can leave it there at that now, guys. Really and truly. It's just good to get something out now. I've got 30 minutes to get ready. The Sun Dream Team's been working out okay, kind of. I'll just, for the record, show what we're at if it comes up. But yeah, fourth at the minute, so that's the latest team anyway. A few doubles with Quickest Forest. And all the European teams like Arsenal and Forest and Villa, they're all involved, in Crystal Palace are all involved in double game weeks at the minute. So we're all jumping on these guys, double game week players. I'm going to go with Rodgers this time, just for the other guys are all on Watkins. And I'm not going to cover Watkins. I'm just going to hope this I can make a bit of ground, because I'm a bit behind in this league. So it's going to be very hard to come back from this sort of stuff. Yeah, I've got Cherky in here for the captain and Haaland. That was a no-brainer. And Woods took an awful lot of points off me and minutes off Jesus, which has miffed me off. Big Van Dijk is a no-brainer. He's getting them bullet headers on a daily basis now. So the Redbridge Cup, I've won it 3 times. I won't be winning it this year, but I'll come back stronger. I never lose the Redbridge Cup if my team is called the Gans Hill Gimps 11. So yeah, there's a prize for top 3. It's going to be very difficult to get to that second place, but I think Wayne is well ahead. The manager at work is fine. The management look like they'll win it this year. Yeah, the employees like ourselves, we won it 3 years in a row, and he won it. Well, it'd be 5 years now. So he won the first one of the trophies I was doing for the league. So yeah, that's the crack there with that. And yeah, this lad here, Sam Clare, doesn't even work in Redbridge, but he used to work, so he's still in. We all want to beat him. Yeah, Vince can't win it again. Yeah, I know, but I'm not going away. And in the football universe, we've seen Liam Rosinya. I think it's Liam Rosinya. Liam Rosner. He's been sacked, and there's worries now that Lampard might go over to Chelsea from Coventry. But he did that, remember, against with Derby, but he didn't get them promoted, did he? He lost in the playoff, I think, with Derby. But he left them anyway, and he took Mason Mount with him from Derby, and the rest is history. Look at this, Arsenal trying to nick everything 1-0, but what did City do the other day? 1-0. So I'm not buying it. You know, if you win it by hook or crook, it doesn't matter. You mean Yamal is out injured. He's done now, along with Romero and Ekatike. So a lot of people in the World Cup are done. And I'm not having any joy. Ireland didn't qualify okay. We got Scotland. Who cares, man? In England, they're not going to win it anyway. Everyone knows that. They're going to choke the whole thing again. And like you think their best players like Palmer and Bowen and even the other dude, what's his name? The Birmingham dude. Two brothers in this. One's at Real Madrid. You know what I'm on about. They're absolutely forms all over the place. They're not going to do anything. Um, it's Harry Kane or bust. And who's the other guy? Watkins is in reserve, and he's only just started scoring a couple of goals since he's been out of the England squad. I don't buy it, man. I just don't buy it. England don't have even the defense, and they're going to rely on Hall or who's the other youngster that's been doing well? O'Reilly, and they're going to bring them all to the World Cup. No, I'm not going to buy it. I think England are. Listen, it's only my opinion, but I just have a bad vibe about the whole England thing. They've been losing. They didn't beat Uruguay. They've already lost to Cameroon, didn't they, at home? The first time in their history they lost to Japan, an Oceanic team. First time in their history they lost to Cameroon or whoever, or was it Senegal, one or the other. Um, so I'm just not buying it. And Harry Kane, good luck with that, but I have to see. And there's going to be no shout for Italy going in at the expense of Iran if you are they're not going to pay attention to Trump's consorts coming over, putting pressure because um, I think Trump was saying offensive comments or he got into an argument with the Pope and the female prime minister over in Italy. So he's been mooting or trying to pressurize FIFA to bring in the Italians. And we all know that that World Cup is going to cost a lot of money in America, and the Italians will bring an amazing base. I tell you, if the Irish qualified and the Italians qualified, seriously, the revenues would have jumped up a hundredfold because look at Iran and so many. I'm sorry, did Haiti qualify? Like, like what sort of fans are? They're not going to bring money. They're not going to bring. Okay, fair play. They've done well. Hey, qualify, yay! I think is it Jamaica qualify for it? Oh, I don't know. I don't care. I know is it Bosnia Herzegovina have qualified? Who cares? Who's going? Are they going to bring money? Loads and loads of nations have qualified for this second thing. And like Norway won't bring an awful lot either. They'll have a few. There's a lot of Congo are in there, aren't they? Congo. Um, it's just incredible. Like enjoy it. There's not going to be, okay, okay. You got France and Holland and all. Okay, you're Germany qualified. Um, okay, so there's going to be money made, but there's going to be a lot in there. I think they've expanded the World Cup. I don't know, but you can have it and keep it. I don't know if I'll watch much of it, to be honest with you. We'll see. There's going to be nothing else on, but this Iran America thing is a massive stink. And I don't like the way they're using sport for political gain. And this is where I just think it's just all disgusting, really. Politicians use the whole sport to meddle in and destroy it all. So that's another rant. Michael Carrick, okay. Jude Bellingham, that's who I was thinking of, Jude. Um, doesn't bother me if he likes Mourinho or Julia Roberts, Arbeloa on Mbappe, whatever that's about. Don't really follow European football. Um, so that's where I am with all that. So I can sign off there, guys, and good luck now, and hopefully you enjoy the new format that we're going to have for next season. It should be easy to maintain anyway. Once you know in 38, it's an easy put down the names, do an Excel on it. Um, do an Excel on it, and and just in passing, yeah, it's just like you could have 4,000 points next game week, next year, and you're in the puppy league and you win the Christy. So it won't affect her. It won't. It's just going to be something like a breakdown to kind of give people an idea of like, and you got to do a bit of work. It's going to take. If you're in the puppies, you've got to go through the strays, the championship, and then so it's going to take 1, 2, 3 years and a summer to get to the top. Okay, so that's some official Premier League. They have their own, league thing. The only thing that matters to me is the overall and where you are. So, and also for us and the top dogs and the community out there, it would mean everything to win that Christie. Just to win once. And best of luck to the 3, 4. I'm going to include Joey in this, but still too early to say all bets are still on. I think Joey's about 64, 68 down or something. It's still, if anyone can do it, it's the commando. He can get back. So none of you ahead of him need to be laying off. Just keep playing your own game. Keep doing. The season's nearly done.